I'm going to talk about bullet trains. Now, for the last 3 weeks, I have traveled outside of Daejeon, South Korea. I've gone to Seoul, I've gone to Ulsan, and I've gone to a different part of Seoul. And every time I've gone, I've taken the bullet train. Bullet train, awesome, all right? I can get anywhere in this country in between 45 minutes and an hour and a half. Well, I can't get anywhere, but I can get to all the major cities. And really, that's the only place you're going to go. So, bullet trains, super cool. But they're not going to work in America. Don't even try them. And I'm about to tell you why. Here in South Korea, they have really confined cities. Okay? Well, except for Seoul. Seoul goes on forever. And Ulsan is actually pretty spread out, I found out. But still, believe it or not, the cities in South Korea are largely blocked up. Virtually nobody lives in homes. Virtually everybody lives in apartments. I live in an apartment. I live on the 8th floor. Most apartments are somewhere between 15 and 20 floors. You quite literally have thousands of people living in the same building. And these things just go on forever. There's just these high-rise apartment buildings everywhere in this country. Just everywhere. They don't have this space. And so the cities are much more clumped up. So if you get off at the train station, you walk off, you can probably walk around the whole city in a day. You're going to see giant high-rise apartments everywhere you go, but yeah, you can walk around the whole city in like a day, except for Seoul. Seoul's endlessly large, second biggest city in the world. But the reason why this won't work in America is because American cities are super duper duper spread out. Try walking around Los Angeles in a day. Not possible. Well, maybe Los Angeles City, but I'm talking about the whole area of Los Angeles. Can't do it. Also, South Korea has a lot of other transportation options. Like, even when you get off the bullet train, you can get on, a city bus, you can get on an express bus, you can get in a taxi, you can get in subways, which are also legit. Southern California could never do subways because we have all those earthquakes and we just, collapse everything. San Diego has terrible public transportation system options. We have the trolley and we have buses. And both of them are kind of crap. They're filled with, homeless people. They're going to, rob you. One time I was on a bus in San Diego, a guy pissed himself. Fucking disgusting. So, South Korea, totally different case. Buses are legit. There's, business executives on them as well as the normal people. Subways are also really awesome. They're really cheap. To ride the subway in this country, I think it's 90 cents. It's fine with me. All these other transportation options that don't revolve around cars. There are cars everywhere in South Korea. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of cars. But not everyone has a car. And honestly, you don't even need a car. Even if I was offered one, I don't think I'd rarely use it. Rarely I would use it. I think this is a much better way to design cities, to have them kind of clumped up together rather than have them super spread out like it is all over California. I am perfectly fine living in an apartment. I have no desire to have a gigantic home and have 4 rooms filled with storage stuff. Bullet trains. They're cool, but they'll never work in America. And also the fact is, too, bullet trains, they need their own special train tracks. And if America was to invest into building all their own train tracks, oh my gosh, that'd be so much money. And also, the fact that supports this the most is when a bullet train would arrive at the outside of a city, those people are going to need to get off the bullet train and buy cars anyway. You're going to need cars in America. You just do. So, stop dreaming about bullet trains, America. Your cities are not properly designed for them, and to build all the infrastructure to make a bullet trains network would just be insane. So, keep dreaming. I'm staying in Asia.